Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jennifer C. at HomelifeCultureLink.com, Nino Simeka at MortgageGodfather.ca, and Jewelry Forever at JewelryForever.ca. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello to you all. It's an hour early. An hour earlier. I mean, not really. It's the time that it is, but we all decided. Although I didn't decide. In fact, most of us didn't decide. The clocks went back. We all lost an hour. Daylight savings, everybody. But what is really saved when you think of it? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 120. It's not 123 yet. I think this is 122. Welcome to episode 122. Of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. I am your host, the one, the only Scott Dion Brown, and I'm joined by the greatest co-host in all the galaxy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Regine Alaina. Happy Sunday, everyone. 122. The number just keeps growing. And yes, good morning, Scott. I feel like I barely slept.
I don't like this daylight saving stuff, Regine.
I like when you leave, yeah. I mean, when you fall back an hour. I don't like when you spring forward.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Because then it's like, you get a nice extra sleep in. But I don't think it's worth it. And I think we talked about it last year, but it's the same thing like on this day, or like, I guess probably tomorrow, there's always an increase in automobile accidents as soon as they pull the clocks back an hour.
Mm-hmm. Because people are still sleep driving. They're not really alert or awake.
Exactly. So, hey, Nate. Yes, Brawlhalla tomorrow. How are you, Nate? Welcome to the stream. And yeah, welcome. This is episode 122 of The Sit Down with Scott, Dion, Brown. Regine, how was your week?
It was good. You know, I was going on Facebook and I was going through all of the old photos and came across the last video that we had done in studio before you went on vacation. And I was just sitting there and I'm like, it's such a weird thought to realize that we were talking about like, we'll see you next week. But we actually didn't see each other the next week.
Yeah, I saw that you posted that on I think on Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's so weird to see us all sitting there and we had no idea what was about to happen.
Our biggest concerns were 1, you putting sunscreen on your nose, and 2, will anyone beat or lose to Latin Train Trio in Barrel of Monkeys?
Yeah. And in the end, nobody did because we have not done a Barrel of Monkeys challenge since that show.
I know, it's weird.
It's I know it's weird to think about. Here we are a year later, and I still miss those in-person shows. I really felt like we were hitting our stride. You know, I mean, I feel like now we've really adapted to this virtual version, and I guess people are used to it. It's the way it is, but I want to get back in the studio.
Like, will we be able to talk to each other in person again, or is it still going to be like?
I feel like everybody's social skills have like gone out the window over the past year. It must be. You see people like, are you really here? I don't know. Hey, Zero says, sorry I'm late. I'm making my breakfast. You're right on time, Zero.
Can I have
Welcome
some?
to the show. Yeah, bring enough breakfast for everybody there, Zero. Bring enough breakfast for everybody.
Scott,
yes.
Curious, did you get a haircut or did you cut it yourself?
Oh yeah, because that's right. So this week I was on set this week on a TV show. It was actually really fun, really fun thing to do. Yeah, that's right. I was speculating whether or not they were going to cut my hair, and they didn't.
Oh,
They just, in fact, you know what's funny? They like I had just blow dried it before, right? Because I always, when I go to set, I always like I know they're going to do my makeup, so I moisturize my face. Because they say makeup goes on better. In fact, you would know this, right, Regine? Moisturizer is always best. You put that on, and it helps with the makeup adherence. Is that true? Yeah. So I always moisturize, and then I blow dried my hair, but I didn't put anything in it because I'm like, they'll style my hair. Then I walk into like the hair people after they do the makeup, and they're like, oh, that's a great head of hair, great. And they just like hairsprayed it, and that's it. And they just left it and left.
Damn! You shouldn't have done anything to it. Should have walked in, bedhead and all, and been like, I'm here for my haircut.
Yeah, I know. Oh, actually, you know what they did do? The one girl who was doing my makeup, she like shaved some of my eyebrows, which is something that I've never ever had anyone done.
Your brows look the same though.
Yeah, she didn't do a lot. It was like, I think she was just trying to. So, hang on, it's reflect. Okay, here, right around here. In this top corner, right? It's not a perfect eyebrow because when I was in school, I like slipped while I was mopping.
Stop.
And I smacked my head on the corner of a teacher's desk. I smacked my head on the corner of a teacher's desk, and blood just poured out of my head, and I had to get stitches and everything. And so because of that, it's like there is like a little scar here. So I think she like noticed the scar, and so she was trying to like,
oh no,
blend it or balance it with the other side. And so it's not bad, but I just noticed like she had like she's like, can I shave your eyebrows a bit? I'm like, sure. So she was like I'm like, I don't know what this is supposed to look like, but I hope anyway, it looks fine, I guess.
I mean, okay, I have a story for you on that one, and I don't mean to scare our guests because they are pageant women as well. When I competed in the Philippines, they were like, oh, we're just going to do your makeup, blah, blah, blah. You know, we've been with these girls. We've been in this competition for a month now. So obviously our eyebrows need to be a little trimmed and fixed and all of that. And in the Philippines, they're huge on razoring. So similar to what you did, but like a legit razor, and they go. So I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. Let me tell you, this makeup artist razors my eyebrows, does my makeup. I get back to the hotel, wash my face. Half my eyebrow is missing.
Oh, so she
literally half of my eyebrow was gone.
Because they did like remove it and then like drew it back on type thing?
Yes, because he's like, oh, I'll just clean it. Half of it is gone.
She cleaned it. She just cleaned it right off.
Cleaned it right off
the way you would.
Definitely made a mistake. Cleaned it all up. Texting my mom to call me because long distance. She's in Toronto. I start crying. I'm like, Mom. And this is when I was brand new to makeup, first of all, and pageantry. So I didn't really know how to fill in my brows. So luckily my roommate was able to help me, but it was just a disaster.
That's scary.
It is.
I was worried when she started, like, she had it was an electric razor, like, bzzz, and I'm like, please don't slip. Like, please don't.
Oh, it was electric.
Yeah, so like, literally a little flicker for wrist and like my eyebrow would be gone. So
I'll help you with your eyebrow filling if that ever happens.
I always wonder, like, because every time when I go into like the makeup chair for a show or something, they're always very like, they'll get like a little brush and they'll brush my eyebrows, right? And they'll get a pencil and they'll fill in my eyebrows, and I'm like, but like, you're making my eyebrows look a way that, like, I don't know many men, for example, that like spend any time on their eyebrows at all.
Really? I know a bunch.
All right, well then maybe
but
it's just me.
But mind you, you're also on set, so you gotta fill in those brows somehow.
I guess so. I'm just wondering, like, does anybody, if they're watching TV, do they ever notice like that? Oh, that guy's eyebrows look like they need a good brushing.
I mean, if you watch MTV, reality TV, those guys do their eyebrows all the time.
I guess fair enough. Oh, Zero says, my eyebrows are not perfect either. In third grade, I found a thing and had a blade on it, and I shaved part of my head and parts of my eyebrows.
What's wrong
My parents
with
were not
you?
happy when they saw it. I'm sure you looked great, Zero. I'm sure you looked great. That's just the way it goes.
I mean, during this pandemic, like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't trust myself with my eyebrows, so I got those like razors for your eyebrows with a handle, not just the razor, and just like reshape them every now and then. But it's just a scary feeling.
I mean, the problem for me is I don't know, like, even if I tried to like reshape my eyebrows, right? I don't know what I'm trying to make them look like. You know what I mean? So like, I wouldn't even know, like, I don't have an end result in mind. You know what I mean? So like, if I start, I'm like, I guess I could take this one off. I guess I could take this one, but I don't have a goal, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways.
There's a lot of comments going through as I'm talking about eyebrows.
Yes. You know what? We've touched on an important subject. Zero. Scott is almost at 2K. That's right.
Wow.
We're very close. I think we're less than 30 away. From
unsubscribe.
2,000 subs. 12-hour stream at 2,000 subs, everybody. But we should bring in our guests, I think. We should bring in our guests. Ladies and gentlemen, the Canada's Top Choice Pageant is happening this Saturday. This Saturday. And it's going to be a virtual pageant for the first time, obviously, because I don't know if you guys knew, but there's actually a global pandemic happening
There's this thing called a pandemic.
There's this thing happening. Oh, Maria Brown. Good morning, Mom. Hello.
Good morning.
So that pageant is, it's happening. And it's actually the Canada's Top Choice Pageant 2020 because even though obviously we're in 2021, because the 2020 pageant got canceled, they basically sort of just moved it forward. And I think they're planning to do a 2021 pageant later in the year. So they are going to be crowning their queen for 2020. However, we have 3 winners, queens, if you will.
Yeah.
From the Canada's Top Choice Pageant 2019. And these are winners who won the pageant back in the day when we could have live events, right?
Let me just jump in and say I am kind of jealous that these ladies have been able to represent their title from 2019 to the first quarter of 2021. I thought I had a long reign when I was a top choice, but these girls have taken the cake and they've done so much with their title, regardless of the pandemic or not.
Well, I think we should meet them, Regine. And actually, 2 of them have been on the show before.
They've all been on the show before.
Yes, but I think 2 of them were on the show like in the new format in the new studio. I think they were on, and then, but that was the episode when the microphones didn't work. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, that's true.
So now we can have them on, and people can actually hear
their
them.
voices.
People
But
can actually hear them.
To be honest, they've all been on our show so many times. Like their reign, before
That's
their
true.
reign, during their reign.
That's true.
Now the end of their reign.
Yes. Well, let's meet them all, ladies and gentlemen. People, please give a warm sit-down welcome to what are the 3 titles? Do you know them? In fact, you
Wow,
say
Scott.
that.
Wow, excuse me, Mr. President. So we have Junior Miss Canada Top Choice 2019, Aisha, Miss Teen Canada Top Choice 2019, Chelsea, and Ms. Canada Top Choice 2019, Kathy. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Come on,
Hello,
Scott.
hello.
How do you not know their titles?
Hi.
I was pretty. Oh, nice. I choked on my coffee just now. I was pretty sure, but I wanted to double check. Hi guys, how are you all doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Doing good.
Doing pretty good. I've got my. How are you guys adjusted? Do you all feel sleepy because you had to get up an hour early?
Yes, I'm very sleepy right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you guys for getting up and coming over. And that's right. Yeah, I remember that. It was Chelsea and Kathy were on the show, and I remember it was one of our first episodes we did in the new studio.
The mic was not working.
Yeah, it was the
We were
episode
using
that
the
my
webcam mic.
yeah the digital audio thing broke literally that day, and I remember I had to order a new one that day on Amazon.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, let's just use the webcam mics, and the audio sounded so bad because we had no control.
And then the second time Kathy was on to promote the 80s night, her voice was just cracking all over the place.
Yeah, I lost
But
my
now we
voice.
can hear you.
Now we hear you.
Nice
Yes.
and clear.
But I got to play Barrel of Monkeys too. Got to play Barrel of Monkeys.
Barrel
as
of
well.
Monkeys challenge. That's right. Aisha, have you done the Barrel of Monkeys challenge?
Yes, we did.
No, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
She
Have you
wasn't
ever?
there.
Yeah. Have you heard of the game Barrel of Monkeys? Are you familiar with that game?
No.
Well, you know what? I won't even tell you now because there will be.
You're so rude.
No, I'm going to say there'll be a time when you'll be on the show,
Mhm.
and then you'll know what it is.
There you go.
You know,
Yay.
it'll be like a surprise.
Aisha, if you really want to know, go on our Instagram. The most recent post shows what Barrel of Monkeys is.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Don't
Yeah,
leave
it's
her
a-
on a cliffhanger.
It's a classic. It's a classic little game. It's a classic little game.
Yes.
We got a bunch of people in the chat. Oh, my dad's here, Mike Brown. Hey, Dad. And Zach Attack is here too. And Irene is here. Hello, hello. I can't wait to see the CTC Queens. Well, here they are. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. So I guess why don't we start by talking a little bit about, I mean, it was, over a year ago now, but still, I'd like to get a little, why don't you kind of recount some of your experiences, or what do you remember most from the 2019 Canada's Top Choice pageant? Whoever wants to go first can go.
Well, for me, what I remember is I remember the community events, I remember performing, and I really miss hanging out with all the girls because, like, my favorite, experiences and memories is, like, the car drives, going to the venues, and, like, when they were late sometimes, go run around and find different places to explore around the venue. So that's what I remember, and I really miss all the girls so, so, so much.
Kathy? Yeah, Kathy?
For me, it was the Give Back concert last year because it was just right before the pandemic restrictions. So we had our Give Back concert, and I had the opportunity to host it. So that was awesome. Plus, The theme was the 80s, which is the era that I was in university, my main music time frame. So it was a great celebration. Everyone in the community that was there to come together to raise money for a great cause. And it was just a fantastic evening. So we had a lot of fun. So that was a real fun memory for me.
Aisha?
For me, it was just like hanging out with everyone. It was like so much fun. I missed that a lot. But also, it was all the concerts and fundraisers we got to perform at. And I just remember just having fun with everyone, and performing on stage was just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It feels so long ago. I mean, it was long ago now.
It was
but,
long ago.
But the idea of seeing people in person and being surrounded by people is feels like such a strange thing.
But, you know, to jump in, it's interesting how what a lot of you were talking about was you miss the events, you miss the people. And it's so crazy to think that with Top Choice in general as an event, Scott and I have emceed at least 99% or 98% of their events up until now, or up until the pandemic. And just to see how all the girls are backstage shows the true friendship that comes out of Top Choice. Like, I am coaching some of the girls as well for this pageant, and the one thing I ask them is, how do you feel about this year's virtual pageant? And every time it's, I miss all the girls. I miss seeing everyone. I miss seeing the queens in practices. So
yeah, that's the thing, because we don't get any of that backstage, like, you know, adjusting your stuff and like helping each other and, okay, are you ready? We're gonna go on. I know. I mean, this online version of the pageant, I think it's still going to be exciting. Like I said, I'm hosting it this year, and you know, I've been seeing the preparations, and like they've had to do, like the opening number, for example. Everybody had to learn the choreography at home, and then send in a video of them performing it, and then they're going to kind of edit it all together, so it'll look like a group number, but it's obviously not, right? But there's obviously something more to like learning choreography. We're
all
group.
not dancers like these three over here. Let's be real.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. So
they're all dancers.
Yeah, do you guys remember like the rehearsals and stuff leading up to the pageant? Because you guys would have had to learn the opening number and stuff, right?
I remember them so clearly. It was like the best part of my summer. Like, that really is something that stuck with me. Even like I didn't know many girls like the first class, like the first rehearsal, but I still had so much fun, and they were all so supportive and also helpful too. Like, they really helped me improve myself and like improve my walking. And I'm so grateful for all the memories that I've got from the rehearsals, because those were like the most fun.
Yeah, definitely. Also, like whenever we were doing rehearsals, it was just like always fun to like be with everyone, and like being like able to see everyone dance, and like if you needed help you could just ask like people. Like, now you gotta just like try to do it by yourself. And it was also like really fun because we changed it a lot, and whenever it was just like confusing and stuff, we'd be like, don't worry, we can do this. Yes.
And Kathy, what do you remember from the preparing for the opening number and all that stuff, the choreography?
Yeah. Wow, it was a lot of fun. And thank you, our pageant director that year, Regine, Alaina. It was so well organized, so well coordinated. We were flexible with some things we had to learn. But everyone came at different time frames when they could best, because we had different locations from our sponsors, which was wonderful. But it was kind of two different directions that we had to travel. And as Chelsea mentioned, going on car rides and carpools to different locations, and some of our rehearsals as well. And it was great to meet up with everyone. But the choreography was a lot of fun. So it was, and I had the fortunate time frame to also compete alongside with my daughter, who also came out to compete. So we were able to also practice at home together. So we kind of continued the fun and kept it going. So thank you.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. And I think, and your daughter's competing again this year, right? I think she is. Yes.
She is. She's gained so much knowledge, and she gained a lot ability to have stage presence and performance. So she's rejoined this year again, and she's improved so much. So yeah, she's looking
Yay.
forward to it, and she's done so much for the
Awesome.
the team part. Yeah.
Yep.
She's definitely grown. I've seen her from, well, all of you from 2019 up until now, and watching her journey has been great. I am going to tune in. I know I'm not the pageant director this year, which I do miss. I miss all of you, but I will tune in to support and see you all do your final walk. But how are you going to do your final walk if it's virtual?
Well, actually, we have like a video to do
Okay,
it.
perfect.
We have like an opportunity to add pictures and music if we want. I was really looking forward to my final walk. Like the second I got in the car from the pageant last year, I was like, think of your speech. It's going to be so good. I didn't get to do it. But I'm so grateful that we still have it virtually. And I think it's cool to like get to have it in like a video format so we can add like pictures and videos, like other videos and stuff. But I was really looking forward to the farewell walk personally, like in person.
Me too. Well, basically, I was at school and we did like a TED Talk, and we had to do it like online, so we had to edit it ourselves. So I'm planning. We use like this app called WeVideo, so I'm planning to be like just doing it at home, like standing, having some pictures during like my reigning, and like just a voice over my speech and edit it all together. So I'm excited to see like the end, like the final product.
Oh, and yeah, Kathy, what about you preparing for your final walk?
That's the same with me. Like I've been trying to, putting the video together as well. Now I'm not as tech savvy, so I do rely a lot on Tyra, my daughter, who has put together my videos before in the past. So kudos to those. I mean, kudos to Jennifer C over the time frame of the past. Oh my goodness, it's been a year and a half, for putting together a lot of videos that we've submitted to her and posting them online for positive affirmations and positive messages from our time frame as well. So I really maybe should be putting my video together, but I got Tyra, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a completely different set of things you have to worry about now. Whereas before, it's like you're preparing for, getting a stage fright together and practicing the walk. And you got to do that a little bit. But I mean, obviously, because you're creating a video, you can, if you're not happy with that walk, you can just take another one and you can kind of, but then you also have to practice, like there's the technical side of things that you kind of have to deal with, which you normally wouldn't have to deal with, right? So I prefer real stuff in person things myself.
Same.
So hopefully, I mean, even though I am curious to see how this virtual pageant goes. In fact, everybody who's watching, oh hey, Yak Willie Gameplays. Hello, what is up, dude? So long. What is this? I never seen the sit down. Well, the sit down is our weekly talk show where we have guests on, and this week we've got 3 pageant queens, winners from last year's Canada's Top Choice Pageant, because this year's Canada's Top Choice Pageant is happening virtually this Saturday. I'm going to be one of the MCs, so any of you guys watching, if you guys want to see me host a beauty pageant and watch an incredible pageant this Saturday, the Canada's Top Choice Pageant, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, will be there, and it will be a virtual online experience, which is free for everybody to watch. Anybody can tune in and watch. And these 3 people who are down there will be there for their final walk. So you guys are going to get to see that. It's pretty exciting. Yeah.
And let's just say real quick,
yep.
sorry, Scott, before you
Go
change topic. So Canada's Top Choice is a community-based pageant. So for those who are interested in competing for the 2021 pageant, definitely check it out. Like the girls mentioned, there's training. You get training, you get experience, you gain a sisterhood. Scott and I actually reconnected, let's just say that word, reconnected in the Canada Top Choice pageant back in 2015. And to see it grow to what it is now, even though this 2020s is virtual, if you're interested in competing, I highly recommend it. It's a great pageant. It's a great beginner pageant as well. Or if you just want to come in and make some new friends.
Yeah. In fact, it's probably you and me hosting this pageant that probably eventually led to us doing the show together. Probably, right?
100%.
Yeah, because Jennifer C., who is the person behind Canada's Top Choice, but she's also initially the person who wanted to sponsor and put together a talk show. She approached the two of us, I think, because she saw us hosting the Canada's Top Choice pageant. So, in a weird way, here we all are.
Exactly.
Coming full circle.
But speaking of talk shows, two of these girls over here have had the opportunity to do some close-up talks with some of the people within the community as well. And let me just say how incredibly proud I am of the both of you, from being your pageant coach and director to now watching you just blossom into these young ladies who grew skills and used them at its finest. Chelsea and Aisha, what is it like for you to kind of be in Scott and I's position in this virtual world?
It's really fun, honestly, and usually I'm like the person getting interviewed, so it's like super fun to be interviewing people and getting to know them. And it's really cool to get to know other people and learn about their experiences and even give some advice. And I'm so excited when COVID is dying down and over to meet them eventually at like events, because we're all like in the same community. And it's super exciting to just get to meet new people through a screen. I think that's very cool.
Yeah, same. It was just so much fun getting to like see and meet new people online, and it was also just like actually like having interactions with someone, like before you record and everything, you get to talk to them and like have some fun. And it was also just like Tita Jennifer, she was, whenever I would do the videos, she was always the one that would like post it, and I would like do so many videos in a row. So thank you to her, because she has so much hard work in that, and she always helps me to like get some questions in and like to tell me like who, if I want to interview them and stuff. Yeah.
Cool. Did you what were some challenges you faced or what were some big differences you found in terms of interviewing someone as opposed to being interviewed? Did you find there was like something you learned, or something a challenge that you found was difficult for you?
Well, for me, it's just keeping the conversation going, because you have to like continue it. You can't just like stop talking and expect them to keep going. That was one thing. I learned a lot about like intros and outros, like the hey everyone, so that was really cool. Another thing that's hard because it's virtual is knowing when to talk, because you don't know when they're done talking because of like lag and everything. So that was something I had to get used to like not cut them off when they're talking. But overall, I've learned so many new things about like starting the meeting, even like creating a Zoom meeting, and just learning how to like start a conversation with someone. So it was very cool.
Yeah, like in the beginning when I just started doing my first interview, I was like always, I wasn't like, I didn't get the hang of it yet. I didn't know like what to do. I just thought of like questions, but then like, since I've been doing more and more interviews, it got more fun. I got used to it, and like in the beginning, sometimes I needed like my mom's help, but now I can just do it like by myself independently, and it doesn't take that long. So it's like, because in the beginning it took like pretty long time because I wasn't sure, and it was also like knowing the format, because I would always send them the questions if they just want to like review it and stuff. I would send them the link, and I would always I would also ask for like an intro so I can say it. And it was also like hard for like tech issues, because sometimes I would have tech issues and then like the video would be like glitchy. Sometimes they would have the tech issues, and yeah, it was a very fun experience.
Yeah, everything you guys are talking about are things that Regine and I are both like, yeah, knowing that one, got to deal with that as well, yeah. Kathy, have you ever experienced kind of interviewing people in the past? I don't know if you've done these CTC up close and personal things that they have been doing, but
I've not done the up close and personal things just because of my schedule, but in the past I've hosted events as well, and some of those have also involved question and answers and engaging conversations, and even in some fashion shows that I've hosted as well. If you have girls that are not ready to come out, you need to kind of extend and expand and have your conversation keep going until the show is ready to proceed. So you, from a live basis, you run some of those challenges. But I know from the online basis, because I'm also a teacher and I've also had to teach online as well, there are tech challenges. And when you're engaging in presentations with the students and engaging the students as well, there can be when you have internet or when you have visual that isn't quite there, it can be lots of fun.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's we've all kind of got to learn. We've all had to learn a little bit of the production side of videography, right? Which has been an interesting thing. And then dealing with internet connection. Like, who was I talking to just the other day? Somebody was I was chatting. I was in a meeting with somebody the other day, and I had to say to somebody, "Oh yeah, your mic is muted." And the person's like, "Isn't that like the phrase of the year? Like, don't you think everybody these days, like everybody at now has said your mic is muted probably a million times this year?"
Get it on a t-shirt.
Unmute your mic.
Yeah. Oh, you're on mute. Hey, oh, you're on mute. I can't. Yeah, you're on mute. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So,
Or can you please turn off the TV behind
And then
you?
mute your mic again.
yeah. So
Oh man.
part of the reality. That's just the way it is. You know, Regine, why don't we quickly do the ad break, because we're at about 40 minutes, and then I want to come back and talk more with our pageant winners here from Canada's Top Choice. So let's take care of the ads, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode was brought to you by some very, very important people. Wouldn't you say, Regine? They make this show possible. I mean, without them, well, there'd be no show.
I mean, without you, there would be no show. But yes.
Well, yes,
you're right.
but you know, kind of, you know how it is. But they are, of course, our advertisers. Our advertisers. Oh, hey, Regine.
Yeah, Scott.
Do you want to find out what your home is really worth?
Maybe.
Are you buying, selling, investing, or renting a home?
Perhaps.
Then I hit the wrong one. I went to Chelsea. Hi, Chelsea. I can see you. But I meant to say Jennifer C., Realtor at Home Life Culture Link, is here to help. Call or text Jennifer today at 647-403-8887. Don't deal with just anyone. Speak to a professional. Jennifer C. at Home Life Culture Link. To see her current listings, visit homelifeculturelink.com. The Mortgage Godfather is here to give you advice with any mortgage needs you may have, and he will shop to find you the best mortgage. Nino Saimeka, mortgage agent. He'll give you an offer you can't refuse. Regine, give you an offer you can't refuse. Find out more at mortgagegodfather.ca or call 905-604-6955. Jewelry forever. Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East Markham. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, and change watch batteries, all done on site. Sherry over at Jewelry Forever is an absolute artist. Do you have an idea or a vision for a beautiful piece of jewelry or artwork for something special in your life? He is the guy to make it for you, and we have an amazing deal worked out with him, don't we, Regine?
Yes, we do. If you guys go in there socially distanced, make sure you let them know that Scott and Regine sent you, and you'll get 15% off your entire purchase.
That's right. 15% off, everybody. That's right. Regine was very amazed by that amazing deal. 15% off. Tell them Scott and Regine sent you. Mention the show. Get yourself something beautiful. And you can find out more at jewelryforever.ca. And of course, it was brought to you by the incredible Deliciousness Treats.
Yes, hot chocolate bombs, juice bombs, dipped Oreos, smash cakes, and more. We actually have a promotion this weekend. The benefit of live streaming advertisements, right, Scott?
That's right.
So we have a promo: buy 6 dipped Oreos, get 2 free. So that's 8 dipped Oreos for only $5. I will be doing another promo tomorrow, just in time for St. Patrick's Day. So make sure you check out our Instagram, deliciousness_treats, and our Facebook page, Deliciousness Treats, for more information.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Deliciousness Treats. I can personally attest for their deliciousness. Obviously, this is an advertisement, but I still have personally indulged in pretty much everything I think that you guys make. And it's deliciousness. Sweet treats in a mug, Regine, for you and a friend, yes. And if you would like to advertise on the show, it's very easy, right, Regine?
It's simple. All you guys have to do is email us at radioshowad. That's radioshowad@gmail.com.
That's right, Radio Show AD. It's a great way to open a brand new business relationship with a potential client base. It's we do the show live and we do the ads live, which means you can personalize them live, just the way Regine just did, talking about her latest deal with the dipped Oreos. You can do the same thing. You let us know. We let your potential client base know in real time. It's like magic, Regine. It's like magic.
It is.
So advertise, get in touch. Radio Show AD, Radio Show Ad at gmail.com. And we're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. Hey, Demi Mundane, welcome to the show. This is episode 122 of The Sit Down with Scott, Dion, Brown, and we're here with Chelsea, Aisha, and Kathy, all pageant winners, victorious. And there they are wearing those crowns that they earned and won proudly in that night in 2019.
Scott, I think you're the only one that has not won in Canada's Top Choice in this call. What's going on?
That's true. I mean, I've hosted enough times, but that's because they don't have a Mr. category, right?
I mean, you're the president. You can come up with any event you want.
Yeah. I now declare that there will be a category for Mr. Canada's Top Choice, but the
only Scott can join.
Registration starts right now, and it wraps up in 3 minutes. 3, 2. Oh, I'm the only one who got in. Oh no, I'm the winner. Okay, there, done. That's what presidents can do, Regine. There you go. Thank you, guys. I'll expect my crown in the mail, Jennifer. We'll get that mailed. Okay, so hi guys, welcome back. And how's pandemic life been for you guys? I mean, I know you guys as queens, you would have had to do various events and things for, once you got your crowns and titles. But then suddenly we find ourselves in a world where there aren't events and things. So what's it been like? Not just, you can talk about what's it been like, as a pageant queen in the pandemic, and then also even just in your own lives as well. Why don't we start with Chelsea, I guess?
Yeah, so it's been different, obviously, especially since school started. I started most of the year doing online school, and I started going back to dance classes and singing lessons in person. And then I think it was near December or November, things started closing back up again. And it was very sad, I guess, because I really believed that we were going back to normal life, I guess. But then it just went back into lockdown and quarantine. And then slowly things are opening back up again. And it's March 14th. And I remember March 13th was the last day I went to school. So it was like super weird thinking about how it's been a whole year, because I was like, oh, yay, a 2-week break to hang out with my friends. But that did not happen. It's very different. So it's been different, and it takes a while to get used to doing everything through a screen. And then it takes a while to get used to everything back in person. And actually, like, you can't mute your mic anymore in person, or you can't turn off your camera in person. You're there and you're present. So I've been going back to school slowly, and it's really nice getting to see my classmates again and actually talking with people. Slowly I've been going back to dance classes. all my singing classes are still online, but I'm just really excited for the future, and I'm really hoping that soon we can get back to normal and back to being with people. And I miss my pageant friends, especially. I really want to see the girls again, and I really hope we can see each other again very soon.
I still remember when we all thought it was going to be 2 weeks. Oh, man.
Scott was on vacation. Okay, let's just put this out there. Scott was on vacation and came back to lockdown. So.
Yeah. Remember, it was 2 weeks, and everyone was like, oh, you know what? These things are usually like 3-4 months at most. It'll be done by summer, guys. Don't worry. Oh, man, don't. And suddenly, it's so crazy to think that a year went by, because I feel like the year was just, it doesn't feel to me like it's been a year. It feels like it's been, I don't know. It makes me sad when I think about it. Anyway, Aisha, how's it been for you?
Well, like, as being a queen in like a writing, I have like done, as I said, interviews with like small businesses and people that I already met, and I just want to get to know them even more. And I also done like, there's some online festivals, fundraisers, like in the beginning, and I they reached out to me, and I just like send a little dance video, and that's how I'm still kind of in the I'm still kind of like doing fundraisers and stuff like that. And in school, like in the beginning, like online, it was like, honestly, it wasn't that bad, but there was like no more like talking with your friends, because it was like, if you talked, everyone's gonna hear your conversation, and so I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything. So, and it's just like, also like the new thing, like how you can go online anytime and you can go back to school anytime. That is something that's been like really easier for us. So like, you can always just like hop into back to school, then go online. So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. And Kathy?
Well, that's interesting. With school, because I'm a teacher, I guess it varies between different school boards on remote learning and in-class learning, and when you can transition between remote and in-class. So most of the teaching in the school board that I'm with has a hybrid teaching system, which means that I do have students that are remotely in the classroom with me, as well as students, remotely in the class via computer, and then I have physical in-class students as well. So the fun part as a teacher is you are working the screen as well as working the classroom. So it's kind of a really different dynamic for my teaching experience. Plus, just with PPE and protocol and everyone following, just to make sure that school is as safe as it possibly can be. You have your mask. You have your mask on. You also have your shield on. And then sometimes it gets really difficult to talk and shout, and of course now we don't even see the mouth movement as well, so we have to be a little louder. So sometimes we have microphones. So once I have the microphone on, I feel like I'm on stage, so I can get a little bit stagey at school. So the pandemic in that sense has allowed for creativity, I guess, so that we can all be engaged in learning. And both my kids have been at home learning online. Both of them are in university. So the experience is everyone's at home trying to find their spot to have the best position for not hearing each other from the other room as we talk online with our schoolmates or teachers or. So it's been interesting, but I think a lot of people are doing their best in coping with their learning for both of you, and with their sharing through creating of the videos. And Canada's Top Choices being really awesome, and finding opportunities to have that sharing and have that the ability to promote other community events or participate in community events such as the festivals as well. So it's been actually busy, very busy.
I guess because you can theoretically attend more events because you don't have to travel to places, right? You can sort of just send that out and then you can just be there. Kathy, I can imagine it must be, it's got to be more difficult to, it must be easier for students to lose focus in a class setting. Do you find that is it challenging as a teacher to keep students focused on what you're doing because there's so many distractions, especially if they're at home?
If they're at home, they can be distractions as well. So, but everything's we kind of set it up in the technology in the virtual classroom. So the expectations are kind of laid out there too. So it does sometimes it can help with different learning abilities in the sense of time frame, because you can always go back and review something, but for engagement for some students, they prefer having, and sometimes as a teacher I prefer having that one-to-one where I can actually see and help and engage when they're actually doing that particular assignment, or if there's any questions on that particular assignment. Sort of easier, I guess, to be rather than trying to change screens and where they need the help. And get that clarification. So there is a bit of a challenge there with some students. Yes.
Aisha, you want to say something?
Sure.
You looked like you had your hand up earlier. That's why I was like, does she want to say something?
It's fine. Well, with dance, I've been doing online classes, and it's like not the same anymore because I'm doing it at home, so I don't really have that much space. So I have to like move everything all the time. And also with like school, like whenever we're like, so that the teacher knows we're there, we have to like turn on our camera, because if you like to turn it off, they don't know if you're actually there. You could just be eating or like going to the washroom or something. and also it's just like whenever you want to like talk with the teacher or your friends, you always have to go to a breakout room, and like the only time you usually talk with your friends online is like when you have to do a project in a breakout room.
So I can relate to Aisha a lot, especially with dance. Like I dance in my basement, and my grandma loves to cook in the basement. So like I'm kind of focused on this hard combo, and I can hear my grandma blasting some Filipino song, and it can be a little distracting. And I also found that everyone's getting super creative. Like I totally forgot about this, but in the beginning of quarantine, I call it like quarantine season 1. It's a lot of like dance competitions. I got to film some of my solos, and obviously it was not the same at all, but I was just really grateful that I got to show my dances and still got to do something. And I still got to compete places online and festivals and like interviews and events. And Jen always put like amazing videos together with all the girls. But it's obviously better when we're in person, like actually talking to people, especially in school. I have to like put my phone somewhere else, and I have to like really focus on what's going on. But it's hard because like my whole school is just like a small screen. Instead of in person, I look to my left and there's a person, and I look and there's my teacher. So it's getting used to it all, but it's slowly getting easier. But I'm definitely excited for when we can see each other again.
Yeah, actually, I do remember. Yeah, that's right. That's a good way of describing it. How there was like season 1, because I do remember, especially you notice it with like a lot of celebrities in that initial period when there was like maybe the first month or so when there was still kind of a novelty about the whole thing, and it was around that time that suddenly like celebrities were like posting all these little skits and doing all this stuff, and like we saw that cringy Imagine performance by a whole bunch of like movie stars, and like, but there was this idea where it was like, hey guys, look, we're all at home, we're all in this together, look, and everyone was posting all this stuff. And then I feel like months go by and now a year goes by, and like a lot of that kind of the novelty of it is worn off. I feel like everyone's just kind of tired of it now, but there's a lot less of that. There's still online things, obviously. I mean, Canada's Top Choice is doing a virtual pageant, but it's the novelty of it is gone, and now it's just normal. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Would you call it lockdown season 1 or
Lockdown season 1, and then kind of like season 2. And going off of what you said, like keeping it like and keeping it fresh, I guess. Me and my friends, what we do a lot is we do like Zoom calls, and we do like different online activities and like doing different online games. Even we did like a baking competition online. So I think it's really important to like keep engaged with people. Like even just doing this, it's super exciting getting to talk to people, even if it's through a screen.
Yeah, that's true. I say it every week that this is like, I look forward to this every Sunday because it's like, the closest thing I have to like a social gathering where I can actually where we can just sit and actually chat.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's a nice thing. Zach Attack says, I like their crowns. They're a nice crown.
Thank you. They're
They
amazing.
are. They worked hard for them there, Zach Attack. They worked hard for them. Absolutely. Have you guys ever heard of this show? It's on Netflix, I think. It's called Marriage or Mortgage. Have you guys heard of it?
I've seen of it.
Okay. Well, I want to talk about it briefly because even though you've not seen the show, I've only seen a little bit of it. My girlfriend's been okay. Well, my girlfriend's been watching it, and like, there's like, and I've watched a little bit of it. But for me, the premise is I'm curious to get your guys' take on it. Okay, so the premise of the show. Have you guys seen of like Love It or List It? Have you seen that show or heard of it?
I like that show.
Okay, so Love It or List It. It's like the show where.
Yes, I've seen that one. Yes.
Okay, nice. I think Chelsea and Aisha have it. But so the idea is that it's a reality TV show, and there's like a family or couple, and every episode there's the two main people are a real estate agent and like I guess a contractor designer person, and like so they get like a budget, and they have to fix the house. What the contractor tries to fix their house, and the real estate agent is trying to find them a new house. And at the end of the show, they have to decide if they're going to keep their new house that's been renovated or sell their house and buy a new house, right? So that's that's Love It or List It.
Mhm.
But marriage or
Love It or List It.
yeah, but marriage or mortgage, it's similar, except the idea is the couple has like saved up a certain amount of money, and sometimes it's $20,000, sometimes it's $50,000, whatever it is. Okay, they saved up, and they have only enough money to either put a down payment on a new home or spend it all on a wedding. And so the two main people are like, there's a real estate agent who's trying to find them a house to move into, or there's a wedding planner who is like trying to like plan out their wedding. And so at the end of the episode, they have to decide, are we going to drop all the money on the wedding, or are we going to drop all the money on a down payment for our home? So that's the premise of the show. Now, I'm just going to weigh in. I don't know if this is like, I want to see if you guys agree or disagree. I'm curious at your input. Okay. But for me, the entire premise is like, if I had only enough money for either my wedding or like my forever home.
Yeah.
For me, there's like no contest. I'm like, I'm not gonna, like, I'm just gonna, it just, for me, it seems a little short-sighted, but I don't know if our wedding's not as important to me in that regard. What is your guys' thoughts on this?
I'm in that situation. Where is it money, wedding money, or future home wedding?
Okay.
I will not let my fiance watch that show. Thank you for letting me know the concept behind it. So there's no question there. I mean, I'll watch it. I'll let you know next week, but I will make sure my fiance doesn't watch it, because he will make a comment just like you did and be like, should we really be spending all this money? So.
Okay. All right.
Wedding for me.
Okay. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. So yeah, what do you think on that idea? So you have enough money only for either a down payment or the wedding. So you're choosing one or the other. I don't know, whichever one of you wants to weigh in first.
Well, what you said makes sense, because a wedding is like a one-time thing, but this is like your house. I think having a wedding is like, it's important, it's special, and like you should be able to like splurge, I guess. But like in like the grand scheme of things, it's a house that you're gonna have for a long time or forever, compared to a wedding. And it's more important, like just being with the person you love is like more important than like having a really big wedding. So though weddings is like important, I guess, and like cool, I think it's more, I would definitely choose the money on the house.
Okay, so Chelsea, when your wedding day comes, I'll be like, remember what you said?
Let's not bring this up.
It's forever on the internet. So
Yeah.
Chelsea's parents, when she starts to plan her wedding, bring up this conversation.
Yeah.
In the future, I'll be like, maybe the wedding's more important.
Aisha, what do you think?
This is a really tough choice, because like as Chelsea said, like the house is like what you're gonna like live in forever, but like your wedding is like once in like a lifetime.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So I would kind of like, it's like a really tough choice, but I would say the wedding, because it's like it's like a really big moment, and it's like you want everything to be perfect, and you want like that whole like church blessing, you want it to be like big, and you also want to have like enough space for like all your family members to come, and like you want to have enough time for you like want to have enough money for the ring, and like after that you could just like you can save more money to get a house.
Yes,
so, like,
girl. Yes. I'm with you on that one.
I would choose the wedding.
Or you get married and then people will give you money as a gift, and then you put it onto a down payment.
True.
Oh yeah, I remember in someone's wedding they had like a stash with like money in it. I don't know, but like that is a gift.
Yeah.
Damn.
Kathy, what are your thoughts?
Oh boy, here's the voice of experience here. Okay, so actually, although Scott, you said I should just pick one or the other, I still think you can do the and. I still believe that you can have a wedding and you can still have some investment into your home. So the and is there. It's really your expectations and your approach to the wedding. If you romanticize too much of having such a big grand wedding outside of a budget, then you might cause yourself some disappointment. But if you're realistic, and I think if you really know you want to extend to family and have family there and not stress yourself out when it gets time to that daytime, so that you have beautiful photos that the family can take. And I remember when I did this, we had Polaroid cameras on my table when I got married, so that we had lots of just candid shots and pictures, so that I had a history from a perspective of those that were at the wedding. So just being able to find the little things that you can do to enjoy and create that budget, if you both have a budget that you have to adhere to, is making it the special day, not going to the that's kind of out of your world, out of your budget, out of what you can kind of control, so that you don't overstress, I guess, on the investment in the finance. And hopefully too, that after the wedding, you're looking at your home, you may find that you're not in that one home forever. You will be switching as careers change, as family grows, as different things happen in life. You might find that bigger home, and people are doing that now. They're actually looking at the pandemic and think, we need more rooms so that everyone can have their own Zoom chat space as well. So things in life change, but then you can do that together as you go along. So yeah, I'm going with the and. Scott. Do both.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Actually,
budget.
I tend to agree. Like, I think I agree with Kathy there. Like, that's why my problem with the show is that the show is very much designed around one or the other, right? Whereas, like, and that's the thing. I think weddings are great. I think people should have a very nice wedding. My issue
Note
is
to
like,
self, do not invite Scott.
yeah. Well, no, like so. There was one episode that I was watching where I only saw the beginning of it, but they set up the episode where it's like this couple and they've got 3 kids, and they're living in this 2-bedroom apartment, right? And the whole thing they're opening it up. They're starting with like, yeah, we really would like a larger space, maybe like a yard for the kids to run around and stuff. And we've been saving up for the last 8 years, and we have this amount now. And we think this is going to be enough that we can, put a down payment down and finally move into a home for our kids, or we'll take all of this money and put it on the wedding. And I'm like, again, I'm hearing them say that, and I'm like, wait, you've been saving for 8 years, and you need the space. You've got, it's like
within those 8 years, you had 3 kids. Come on, people.
Yes, but it's just, for me, I'm like, there's no, and I agree, because with Kathy saying with the and, I would agree. I think, you could still, like, a wedding, there's almost an unlimited range, and it depends of how large the event you want it to be, right? I guess the part where I have a problem is it's like, I think you should still have a nice wedding, but I don't think it's a good idea to like completely cripple yourself financially for it.
Let me just tell you, if you budget and you bargain and you look for great deals, you will not break the bank. As I'm going through this process myself, it's not as Okay, it can get expensive, but you want to put your money where it's worth it. So the venue, obviously, you can't really bargain them. The DJ, all of that, you can't really bargain them. But then when it comes to your vendors, like your dresses, your bridesmaid dresses, your groomsmen, all of that, you can eat like a lot. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of my stuff is coming from the Philippines. So as long as you have a budget in place,
Yeah.
you can still have this grand wedding and not break bank with it.
Yes. Yeah, I would agree.
So
And
when
also,
all of
like,
you when all of you get married, let me know. I will connect you with all of my people.
there you go. That's great. Regine. Well, I mean, the thing is, Regine, you'll have the experience of having planned your own, but also, I mean, you are also like an event planner as well. So you're probably
I
the
got
person
all
to
of
talk to.
you. You
Yeah.
too, Scott.
Yeah, exactly. But and also
And Kathy,
the thing is,
and you too, Kathy. I got you.
yeah, there you go. Also, in terms of like weddings that I know I've personally been to, right, is that like I've been to weddings of different sizes. I've been to small little intimate things, and I've been to massive ones, right? And I do find like you can really have a great wedding at kind of any size,
Anywhere,
right?
yeah.
And in a lot of cases, I've found, I've been to weddings where the number of people are huge, like there are hundreds of people there, but I don't know if they either overextended or they didn't plan it out, and so the experience for the guest
Oh no.
is not very, good. It's almost like they're able to say they had this huge number, but there wasn't enough of a lot of things. Whereas, or you can go to a wedding of like 20 people, but if the food is great and the experience is great, like I feel like most people would prefer that anyway.
Can I just say, micro weddings are a thing right now. So for people like Scott who are deciding whether the money goes towards a wedding or a house, do a micro wedding now, especially because there's so many companies out there who are promoting micro weddings, want your business, they'll give you the best deal for it. And then you'll spend like $1,000, $2,000 compared to what, 30 grand of what weddings are at right now. No, I feel like the average wedding is 100 grand nowadays. So,
Whoa.
yeah. So do a micro wedding while you can, and it's still acceptable. And then,
Yeah. What's the thing? I mean, I guess now you have to have a micro wedding just because you can't have any
it's a
large
good
scale gatherings.
excuse, though.
There-
I kind of
That's
wish,
true.
I'm not going to put it out there, but I kind of wish we could just do a micro wedding and just, when you're saving money, too, you're saving drama.
We can just do it, Regine. We can just do it on the sit down. We'll just do it on the sit down. You're gonna invite everybody here. We'll just have a little box for each guest. Put the two of you guys at the top. Done.
You know, you
Perfect.
could do that. You'll do that.
Virtual, everything's going virtual. Anyways, so what do we have a final? We didn't really have a final. I think Aisha went wedding, Chelsea went house, Kathy went both. Like, and which is kind of the one I would choose.
You're a liar. You were not with Kathy. You're like, I would pick the house. And then
Kathy
went and you're like, I'm going to take Kathy's
But
house.
no, I would say I would pick the house, and I would have like a smaller. I would budget it so that I could do both.
Or you get your dream house. Get a dream house with a big enough backyard, and then do your micro wedding in the backyard.
There you go.
There you go.
Why can't you have the wedding at the house? I didn't know there's an
exactly.
There's an and option. I choose the and.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't think the show has an and option in the show. Kathy, were you going to say something? I think, was Kathy going to say something? I'm not sure. Did we cut you off?
To me? I'm still with the and, but I think weddings are still important. So you just have to kind of create your moments in that wedding. So you might need to lower your romantic expectations to still have that. Enjoy your wedding.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. Sometimes we get up in planning, which is fun, enjoy the journey of it, but we want to plan something so big that we actually forget to enjoy the moment. So as long as you can focus in on whatever you can do to enjoy the moment, big or small, then that
And
works.
outsource everything so you can enjoy the moment.
Exactly. Oh, Zero Grav, thank you so much. Zero Grav just donated $1 in super chat.
Oh
Thank you.
my gosh.
Thank you, Zero
It's
Grav.
a zombie.
Oh, you just donated another one. $2 in super chat from Zero Grav. Thank you so much. And everybody who's watching, we're here interviewing pageant winners from the Canada's Top Choice pageant. This year, the pageant's gone virtual. The 2020 pageant will be this Saturday. And another 99 cents. So he just donated $2.99 through super chat. Zero Grav. Thank you very much. Everybody,
What is super chat?
Super chat is the way that people can donate through YouTube.
I want
So
people to super chat on my stream.
they'll be able to. Oh, another $1. Zero Grav. Well, thank you, Zero Grav. That's $3.99. Yeah, you can. Once you get to the monetization threshold, Regine, then
never
people
mind.
can
Sorry,
send you donations.
not everyone
But,
is on Scott's status.
Yeah. Appreciate that, Zero Grav. Thank you very much. Zero Grav, another one. He just sent. What is that now? $4.99.
He's donating $1 for every person on here.
Yes. Thank you very much, Zero Grav. Look at that. Look at these super chats coming in, everybody. Okay, so yeah, the is it? Are you really sending that much, Zero Grav? He just said another $1. Okay, well, I appreciate it.
Just say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Zero Grav. You legendary person. Everybody
for all of
subscribe to
those
Zero
who
Grav.
are watching, make sure you hit the like button. And if you haven't, let's get Scott to 2K subscribers. Make sure you subscribe or
I can't even keep track
unsubscribe.
how much has come through. Anyways,
Just
that's
check
amazing.
after. It is still,
Thank you.
There's zombies all over my screen.
Well, another one. Is he actually sending this, or is there something going wrong? I'm not even sure. But I mean, it's amazing. Thank you. That's weird. Although I'm not getting the notification in the actual chat, so I'm wondering if. Anyways, thank you, Zero Grav. Either way, and he donates many times. He's donated in the past as well. Appreciate that.
Amazing.
I
I have a question for these ladies.
Yes.
I want to know, what is your journey looking like after this reign of yours? Are you looking at doing more pageants? I know, Aisha, this was your first pageant. Chelsea, this is your second. Kathy, I'm not going to name a number. You all have such great pageant experience. Are you looking at competing again in the future, or organizing your own? What's your plans? We'll start with Aisha. We'll start from youngest to...
Okay. Well, I want to do more pageants in the future, but like with the pandemic, I'm not sure. And like before the pandemic, like every single year, I would always have something big that's gonna happen. So like I would always take maybe 1 year break and then maybe join another pageant. So yeah, I really want to do more pageants, and I still want to like do fundraisers and events, and I also want to still have like a connection with all my friends at Canada's Top Actress pageant, and I still want to like continue the friendships with them.
Cool. Chelsea?
Well, like pageant wise, I also really wanted to do more pageants. I wasn't planning to do Canada's Top Choice this year because I had like a nationals competition the year I did this pageant, but I'm really glad I did, or I wouldn't be here right now. I definitely want to do more pageants, but I think we're going to have to put a pause on it until things start getting back to normal, because I don't think me and my mom want to do it online.
That's right.
But yeah, I definitely want to do more pageants. I still want to stay connected to Canada's Top Choice, maybe come back, teach a lesson.
Miss?
Yeah. My first pageant was PIDC, and I definitely want to go back to do the Miss, because there's the Little Miss and the Miss, so I definitely want to do that.
Yes.
The world of the pageant is just super fun, super, like I learned a lot from it, and I gained a lot of experiences. So I definitely want to do more in the future, but until then, I'm going to have to keep it like low. Yeah, because it's hard to do it. Like you can't do it in person, and it's hard to do it online. So I think now I'm just going to focus on like my dancing and my singing and my schooling. And then I think eventually I hope to do another pageant in the future.
Awesome.
Cool. And Kathy?
Well, for myself, I entered into this pageant, as I mentioned earlier, with my daughter. And it was really just to have that mom and daughter experience, because for moms that attend pageants with their daughters, you're going to have to be there anyway. So why not enjoy and take part in learning about the catwalk and presentation with your daughters? So I encourage women out there with their girls
moms.
To come out and participate as well. Yes, moms, come on out.
Yes, moms. There's
and
two
for
of them
me,
watching
it was such a delight. Yes. It was such a delight and honor to win the pageant, because myself, having two grown kids, I'm actually, I will give my age, say I'm 55. So that meant for me, it was like a real good and strong encouragement for women over 50 to come out and feel learn new things, present yourself, share things. There are different things that happen in life when you're past 50 that you want to kind of encourage conversations about. So in doing so, thank you, Canada's Top Choice, for giving me that opportunity. But I actually didn't realize that there are pageants across Canada that engage with women that are over 50 plus years of age, in different pageants venues. I was not aware of that until now. So perhaps you'll see me in another pageant in the future.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Awesome. Yeah, in terms of, I know what Chelsea was just weighing in on about, you're kind of waiting until regular in-person pageants come back. I mean, I'm kind of in the same thing, like with, so
for pageants,
film,
Scott? Oh.
well, pageants, but also just for film, like, so Regine knows I've still been working on my short film. It's almost done. It is coming along.
Dude,
but
you know you said this like a month now.
I
You'll
know.
finish it at the end of February.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, this past week I couldn't work on it much because I was working so much on I was on set and stuff this week and other things I had to do. But the other thing is, again, it's the same situation where, yeah, so the same way pageants have gone online, film festivals have gone online, and I've been getting notifications from festivals like, yeah, you can submit your film and they'll interview you online, and you can go to like there's like a special, they'll give you a special link where people can watch the movie and like all of that. It's cool what they're doing, you know. But for me, I think similar to the pageants, I really do feel like there's something about the in-person element. I like meeting other filmmakers and talking with them in person, you know. And the virtual stuff, it doesn't feel totally real to me.
It's not the same.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of waiting, and then we'll see. Yeah.
Aisha, your mom left a comment saying, I will let Aisha do the pageants and support her as long as she enjoys it.
There you go.
Another thing, like Scott said, like auditions and like filming, I filmed a movie, and it's also like whenever you're auditioning or like whenever you're just like doing stuff online, you gotta choose the ones that are like you really want to do. Like not the ones that like you like want to do, but like the ones that you really want to do. And I did like this movie, and like the safety is like beyond, because like I had to do COVID tests like 7 times. I'm not joking. Yeah. It was like the very first time I was scared, but it was like when I kept doing it, it was like fine. It's just like it tickles your nose. Like I did like the one that goes in your nose, and it like tickles a lot.
Yeah.
It tickles.
Yeah, I had to get tested twice this week. First on Monday they had me go in for Monday was just the COVID test. They had me going for the test, and this production company, they had like a private company doing it, so I didn't have to go to the hospital or anything. They had it at the studio, so I go in, and yeah, they were like, this one they did both nostrils. Did they do both nostrils for you, Aisha?
Yeah, even my parents had to do it.
Yeah, oh yeah, because they came with you, I guess, for the filming and stuff. Yeah, so everybody on set, so they go in and they like swirl it around, and then they swirl it around the other nostril, and then they send it off. So I had to get tested Monday, and then I had to get tested on Wednesday again, because it was Monday. Then Tuesday I had to go for a fitting. Wednesday I was in for something else to do with the production. Anyway, and then so yeah, twice in a week I got tested. So you've been tested 7 times, Aisha?
Yeah, just for like, also it's like just for the film. It was like I had to do it 2 times when we were actually filming, and all the other times just to like get ready and like fitting and all those stuff.
Oh man.
I see.
Your nose is clean, that's for sure.
Yeah. Chelsea or Kathy, have you guys had to get tested? Have you experienced that yet?
I have not. I haven't been to.
Oh yeah, whoever wants to go. Let's go. Kathy, you go first. Go ahead, Kathy.
Okay, thank you. I have not. Even being a teacher, there's not a setup for that at this moment in time. Unless a particular school has had an impact, they may request teachers that were in proximity to become tested. But no, I've not had that experience yet.
It's and yeah. What about Chelsea? What about you? Have you had to experience a test yet?
No, I've only been to like a few filming events over the course of the pandemic, and all of them have been like super duper small, like about like no people. And there was one where there's more people, but like everyone had masks and it was a really big space, so everyone could stay distanced. So I never had to experience that, and I really don't want to because I don't.
I know. I'm
in my nose.
I'm the same with you.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's just kind of actually, you know what I found? I don't know, Aisha, what your experience was. Is the test that I got when I got tested before, because I did get tested. Basically, the only times I've been tested is when I have to be on the film set. The last film I was in, I had to go to a hospital and get it done, and they stuck it in pretty far. Like, it's at that point. I mean, everybody can experience, like, if you've ever stuck like a Kleenex really far up there. Like, you ever done the thing where you like twirl the Kleenex like this, and then you're trying to make it look like into a spike, and you're trying to get really in there because you got like a cold or something. And so like, yeah. So if you've ever done that and you've gotten to the point where it's kind of like tickling the very back of your like, if you know that experience, you're kind of feeling like that feeling.
Oh,
it feels like that. Yeah. That's like so. But this one they didn't go as far, but they were in there longer and they were like mixing. It's like they're in there going.
Yeah. When I was doing it, when I was doing it, some of the times, like there were different people doing it, so like there was different like types of them doing it. Like one of them really went deep, and they're like whoosh whoosh, and then like I was gonna sneeze. And another time it was just like at the tips, and I was like, oh, that was fine. And another time it was just like normal. So there was like different types, I guess.
But what is normal?
Well, it just depends how they do it. Because I know I've talked to other people where they put it in your nose and then they also put one and they go to the back of your throat. Ooh. But I've never had that one.
No, I didn't have that.
Yeah. So, hey, Lindsay Padilla is here. Hi, ladies and Scott. Hi.
Hi, Lindsay. I actually just interviewed her. She's the 2018 Junior Miss Canada Top Choice. I just interviewed her for Pageant Sit Down. So you should, I'm going to plug it in. You should watch it. It's on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's right. Guys, make sure. So I'm almost at 2,000 subs, but let's get Regine up there too. Regine has her own sit down, the Pageant Sit Down every Monday and Wednesday. And of course, you also post other video content as well. Make sure you subscribe to Regine. And yeah, do that, people. And also hit like on this video if you haven't yet. Hit like on this video. Yeah, so you guys have not, so Kathy and Chelsea have not yet had to experience the joys of
the joys, really.
And you always want to sneeze after. You always want to sneeze afterwards. That's true. Like after it's done, you kind of feel like I need to sneeze. And then I don't want to sneeze in the room because they'll be like, he's got it. You know? So
do you ever go in public or like if you're at school or something and you sneeze or you cough, but then you're already wearing a mask, but you're still like, achoo.
Yeah. And then also I'm always so self-conscious not to.
They look at you.
Because yeah, anytime like if you're in a store or anything and you hear like a cough, every now, like if I hear a cough, I hear something like, I'm like, yeah, I know. It's that weird thing. It's a weird thing that we are.
But anyways.
I just want this to be over with. I'm hoping now they're saying by summer because now they're actually starting to roll out the vaccines and stuff now. So maybe by summer.
I just want to see everyone again. I don't remember. I think the last time I saw Aisha was at Galaxy Canada, which first off, thank you for supporting me. I don't know if you guys have watched the videos on I don't have COVID, I promise. My videos of crowning, but all you hear is Aisha screaming.
I was just screaming the whole time. I don't know. Yeah, I was just cheering everyone on.
She was screaming. Kathy was screaming. Like I have videos of from all of them, and you could hear their different. Scott wasn't there, but whatever.
I was there in spirit.
Whatever.
Yeah. In spirit.
Whatever. I don't remember the last time I saw Chelsea, which is so surreal. I think the last time I saw you was the last time you were on the sit down.
I think it was the Give Back concert.
I wasn't at the Give Back concert.
No, it was the last time at the sit down because I couldn't make it to the Galaxy, which I really wanted to go, by the way. I would have screamed too.
You were screaming.
She was also there in spirit. We were both there in spirit. That's the other thing that's kind of sad is like this year's pageant, the
There's no
Canada's Top Choice.
crowd. There's no.
Yeah, so
"Yeah!"
there aren't going to be the cheering. I'm debating whether I should pipe in some crowd noise anyway, just
Do
playing
it.
throughout.
Do it,
And-
please. If
yeah.
you want, all four of us can start screaming. You're like, yeah, go, and just record it and then play
Yeah.
it.
and then also my hope is because it is going to be live and there's going to be just like this episode, there's going to be a live chat down the right side of the screen. So I am hoping that people are like, going nuts in the live chat
I'll
as well.
tune in. I'll be like, yay, go Scott.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in fact, that's right. All three of you guys are going to be watching, and we're going to see your final walks and all that as well. So,
We'll
I'm
be
hoping
there.
the live chat. I'm hoping the
Sure.
live chat is popping. That's my hope. Well, we've been going for like an hour and a half. Regine, was there anything else we wanted to touch on before we start to wrap things up? Can you think of anything?
No, but as Scott mentioned off the top of the show, if you guys want to support Canada Top Choice Pageant, make sure you tune in this upcoming Saturday.
Yep.
And as he mentioned, the 2021 pageant is still happening. So if you're looking for a pageant to compete in, why not sign up? It's only $100, so sign up.
Yep. And actually, the link to the pageant live stream is in the description down below, guys. So if you click that and you can click set a reminder, you'll actually be able to see that's the exact page where the pageant itself will be played this coming Saturday. And I will be one of the MCs for that event. So it's going to be fun for you guys who are maybe usually part of my live streams, or you've never seen a pageant before. You want to see one. This is your chance for free, virtual live event, Saturday, March 20th, 2021, the Canada's Top Choice Pageant, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah?
Scott, I remember something. Today's Pi Day.
Oh, yeah, Pi Day. Everybody, happy Pi Day.
What does Pi Day mean, Scott?
Well, Regine, pie,
Not like pie, like apple pie.
not apple pie,
No.
pie.
3.14.
3.14. Those are the first three letters. Exactly.
3.14.
And it's written in Greek as that little, it's like the little swirly guy with the two lines, little swirly guy with the two lines. What it is the ratio of the circumference of any circle to the diameter of that circle.
Oh.
Regardless of the circle's size, this ratio will always equal pi. And also it is an infinite number.
Mhm.
I thought we
So-
meant pie.
But there are some pizza companies that will, because some people call it pizza pie, they are doing promos. Like I know this is not advertised, this is not sponsored, but Pico, I know their margarita pizza, I think, is $3.14. So
There you go.
you're welcome.
So what you
people.
can do is you can order a pie, a pizza pie, or a pie, an apple
bake
pie.
a pie.
You can bake a pie, and then once it comes out of the oven,
Send us
you
a
can-
picture.
well, I was going to say calculate
Oh God.
its circumference, right? Is that's what it's for, right? It's for calculating the circumference of a circle, or is it for calculating the diameter? I
Ask
can't
the
remember.
teacher, Kathy.
Yeah, is that what
You can
you can do both? Okay, great. Okay, good.
Circumference
Yeah,
to
I'm-
pi r. Pi d.
Got it.
Circumference. Pi
Because
diameter.
I'm sorry to say I'm a little out of practice with my maths in terms of school. It's been a while since I've had to.
Yep. So circumference is 2 pi r or pi d.
There you go.
Mm.
Perfect. So there you go, guys. It's Pi Day, and the reason it's Pi Day is because it's 3.14
Mhm.
March 14th.
14th. I'm ordering pizza for dinner. I don't know about you guys.
That's
but
right.
So Regine, you order the pizza, and then you can let me know the circumference. Oh, nice. Kathy's actually putting the perfect.
There you go.
There you go.
She's such a teacher. I love it.
Everybody, pay attention here.
Pi 3.14. I can't get there on that one.
There you go.
Love it.
Perfect. So
But
happy-
There you go.
also,
Circumference.
tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, tomorrow's St. Patty's Day.
Oh.
There's a lot going on, guys.
So we
Tomorrow.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. So we could have made today also a St. Patrick's Day special, but
I kind of got green on. It works.
Sweet.
I got you. I got all of you. Don't worry.
I got green.
There you go.
there's a plant beside you, Chelsea. Yeah, that'll work. And Link over here is wearing green. That was planned, everybody. He's not usually
Totally.
green. There you go.
Totally.
Look at that. Chelsea is in a forest now.
She's in
Wonderful.
a jungle.
Perfect. So what you guys can do then is you can order a pizza or a pie and calculate its diameter and circumference and then paint it green.
Tomorrow, I paint it green.
Paint it green. Yeah. Exactly. Well, before we wrap things up, why don't we get everybody's social media? Where can people find each of you? Let's start with Chelsea.
Sure. You can find me. I am on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. For my TikTok and YouTube, it is at It's Chelsea Star. So you can check that out. I'm pretty active on there. You can message me if you want. And I'm on YouTube, just Chelsea Star. You should be able to find me. So yeah, I hope you can check me out.
Cool. Aisha?
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Aisha Janelle. And make sure to go follow me. And I'm really active on that one. Make sure to go like all my posts.
Oh, we will.
All of them.
That's right. Get on there right now
Every
and like
single one.
every single post she's posted.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Goodness.
And
So
Kathy?
demanding.
You can find me on Facebook. I'm mainly there. And I also have an Instagram at #Kathyish88.
Awesome. And Regine, where can people find you?
I'm busy. I'm liking literally every single one
post.
of Aisha's posts.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You guys can find me here on YouTube every Monday and Wednesday, live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Pageant Sit Down. I'm going to have Chelsea on there soon, and I definitely want to have Kathy and Aisha. So make sure you follow and tune in. This week, we actually have an international guest all the way from the UK. So if you're
Cool.
interested, watch tomorrow. And then you can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at It's Regine Alaina. And to follow my pageant journey, you can follow me at Ms. MS Galaxy Canada on Facebook and Instagram. Scott, where can people find you?
You can find me right here where you're watching this very video, youtube.com/Scott Dion Brown. You can also find me on Twitch and D Live, also at Scott Dion Brown, or right here, Instagram and Twitter, Scott Dion Brown. And you can also find me on TikTok, Scott Dion Brown Official.
Can
Hey,
you guys
Loki.
teach me how to use TikTok?
Yeah, honestly, TikTok. So I've been using it more just because
I don't know how to use it.
Well, you just you mean just like to use it or post on it?
Post on it. Like I
So-
use it to just watch, and it gets very
Yeah.
addicting. And sometimes to be like filters or like transitions, whatever you want to call them, that I want to try, but I don't know how
Yeah.
to.
So
And
that's the
I
thing. I've
asked
been
Melvin, and he was
Oh, yeah.
like, "Just figure it out yourself."
Yeah, because there's a lot of like skill involved in like I was watching a video where a girl did this thing where because you can like if you're recording yourself over a song, it's like you hold down and then when you take your thumb off, it like stops so that way you can change angles and do all this stuff and like right all the stuff she did.
Chelsea, I'll reach out to you. I think you know
Yeah.
more than Scott does. Sorry, Scott.
Yeah. Well, I haven't done like all I've been resorting to lately is I mean I hardly posted anything on there, but anything I posted I've been editing like on separate software and then just uploading it. But you can actually do a lot within TikTok itself. But I've been using it a lot more just as entertainment because I find it's so good at especially once you start watching it, the
entertaining,
algorithm
yeah.
is like, oh, you liked this video? Okay, so then they'll send you more of that. So like I've been seeing a lot of like funny little sketches and things. It's
I see a bunch of cute, chubby little babies.
yeah, so that's the thing. It's seeing what you like and it's sending you more of that.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. Do you find? I mean, like Chelsea and Aisha, what app do you go for? Is it TikTok your main one if you're just looking for a few minutes of entertainment? What do you go for?
It used to be, but the problem with TikTok is that there's no like time limit, I guess. So like you just keep watching.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now, when I'm looking for entertainment, I just go on Netflix and like watch an episode of something, you know?
That's
And
fair.
speaking of that, what's scary is whenever I'm watching a show, it knows. and it just gives me all like it gives me all like TikToks related to the show, and like I stop watching the show and get into something else, and then it gives me more of that show, and it's very creepy, but I'm not complaining because
Welcome to 2021.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But saying it's like, oh, I was talking about brooms yesterday, and then suddenly I'm scrolling through Instagram, and all I'm seeing is ads for brooms. It's like, it's convenient, but how do you know I was talking about brooms?
Okay, Ayesha, I'm done liking your stuff. I've literally been going. I'm now into February of last year.
Perfect.
Oh wow.
You're welcome.
I have-
You asked.
Yeah.
There you
I have
go.
had that happen where it's like, I'll notice I'll get a new, like, I'll get like, there'll be like 50, like notifications in Instagram, and then I'll look, it's because like one person followed me and then liked 50
Like
of my
everything.
photos.
Let's do that
And I'm
with
like-
Scott too.
And I'm like, thank you. I mean,
You
it's
just got
interesting.
creeped.
Yeah. It's like, thanks for that. Thank you for posting. You like my post from 2014 or something. Anyway. Somebody about to say something? I heard somebody's voice.
Chelsea was saying something.
you know, I was saying it's like a good feeling. It's also a little bit creepy, but like I appreciate it, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
With I actually don't have TikTok. Surprise, surprise.
Don't worry, I just got it this year because I told people if I got to 100 subs, I'd get TikTok. So
I do have. I know a lot of TikToks, but like I don't have TikTok.
Yep.
But I do like I always like watching on like Disney Plus and Netflix, and like I like through Instagram. And one show that I got really into it was WandaVision on Disney Plus.
yes,
I got,
girl.
into it. I was
Yep.
like, yeah.
Are you sad that it's
Friday-
over?
Yeah, I'm like so sad now. Fridays are just boring now.
I've been rewatching and binging RuPaul's Drag Race.
And I'm just like so happy that like Marvel's doing like another show of Marvel characters. So like it's nice.
Kathy, are you on TikTok at all? Probably. Yes, no, maybe not. I wouldn't. It's
Nope. I am not on TikTok.
She just
no.
got on Instagram. Come
yeah.
on.
I mean,
Nor on Netflix. I'm not on Netflix either.
well,
I got my Instagram a couple of years ago, but that's about it. Facebook is still my main
Yeah.
thing.
it's Instagram. What I'm finding now is, I guess, especially because Instagram is really trying hard to compete with TikTok, is like they've introduced Reels, which in most cases are people's TikToks, because most people don't make something for Instagram. They usually will post something on TikTok and then just repost it on Insta. So you're kind of getting a lot of the same stuff anyways on Instagram. Yes, Loki says, welcome to 2021. Thanks, Loki. Yes, exactly.
Snapchat did the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like they're just copying TikTok because I don't know.
Well, it's like-
Snapchat?
Well, you know, even like, in fact, every, like, even I've noticed YouTube has like their little YouTube stories, and even Twitter now has so everybody's just copying each other, right? Because they're trying to like just cash in on the latest thing.
But how does Snapchat become something like TikTok? Because Snapchat's just all stories and
Like when you go to the stories,
let me
there's
check.
options. I think, unless I just imagined it. I do that sometimes, but I swear there was an option to do that.
No, they probably
Probably
have.
does,
It's just
yes.
every single one is just trying to keep up with the other. Yeah, I will say TikTok, like I do find now it's the easiest way to kill time. And what you mentioned, Chelsea, about how because there's no limit, it's dangerous, right? Because that's true. You can put on a show and you can watch one episode of whatever, and sometimes it'll be like 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever episode it is. But with TikTok, it's like you're like watching a whole bunch of like, sometimes it's a 5-second video, sometimes it's 30 seconds, sometimes it's 2 minutes, but it's so easy. Suddenly an hour's gone.
Mhm.
And there's nothing to tell you, oh, by the way, it's,
Are you still watching?
yeah, because you're just whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah.
It's pretty, so maybe, Kathy, if you haven't jumped on TikTok yet, maybe I could say, maybe don't, because it's very easy to dive in and become addicted to it. I don't know.
Like my fiance's like, oh, why would you get TikTok? And then he'll grab my phone and he's on my TikTok, just like
I can get addicted.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's there. I do like the. It's very good for like, especially for comedy stuff, because because you can put a video like 5 seconds long. So if somebody has a funny little joke or something or a little idea, it's like they just make it into a 5-second sketch, and it's just funny. So just great for like very quick, like, you know what I mean? Like
if you want good dad jokes, follow Michael Chan.
Yeah, Michael Chan is on there as well. Yeah. Low-key, TikTok can change people's personality. Maybe. I mean, it's definitely probably adjusting. All of this stuff is probably messing with people's attention spans and things for sure.
Oh, 100%.
So, who knows?
But anyways, speaking of attention spans, you totally got off topic.
Yeah, I mean, we were wrapping up the show.
Yeah.
We were wrapping up the show a good 20 minutes ago. I guess we should wrap it up. What do you think, guys?
That's a yes.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. So everybody, the Canada's Top Choice pageant is coming up this Saturday, 7:00 p.m. on the Canada's Top Choice YouTube channel. So the link for that is in the description. If you click on the link in the description, you'll see there's a thing that says, I guess, watch the pageant, I think. Let me check. What does it actually say? It says, watch the 2020 pageant live. And it is the 2020 pageant because obviously the 2020 pageant got canceled, so they pushed it forward. So we're gonna be crowning our 2020 winners this Saturday. The link is in the description. I will be one of the MCs, so you can watch it, and it's going to be a really interesting virtual event. So all of my guys, who are usually watching me, if you want to see what a beauty pageant looks like, a virtual beauty pageant, tune in this Saturday. And yes, Chelsea, Aisha, Kathy, thank you guys for being here. Everybody, links to their social media are in the description down below as well, so make sure you give them a follow. Thank you guys so much for being here.
And before we end, I just want to say to all of these ladies, congratulations on an amazing reign. You have all done so much within 2019 and virtually in 2020. Scott and I were there when you got crowned, and we are both excited to see where your journey continues after this.
Thank you.
Thank you for crowning me. I remember you guys yelled my number.
Chelsea Star! Yes.
Yep. A beautiful thing. And one day we'll all be seeing each other in person again.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, everybody, please stay safe out there. Take care. And thank you guys so much for sharing your Sunday morning or evening or afternoon or wherever you are in the world. You could have watched any video. You could have gone to any website, but you chose to share your time with us. Mm-hmm. And for that, we are eternally grateful. So goodbye, everybody. Happy Pi Day.
Happy Pi Day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.